A very good afternoon to you on this 10th day of November. I trust you're doing fine from wherever you are watching us from. This is Mwangaza 4 p.m. Briefs, and my name is Daisy Paul. Now, starting off with some sad news, celebrated Kenya gospel artist Betty Bayo is dead. The gospel artist, best known for her hit song 11th Hour, is said to have passed away while receiving treatment at Kenyatta National Hospital. Her demise has been confirmed by her ex-partner, Pastor Victor Kanyari, stating that Bayo died after battling leukemia.
Yeah, yes. Kenyatta National Hospital, privately. The spouse, father of the children, family, and friends with Bayo. We want to tell the members of public that today, at 1:03 p.m., we have lost the Bayo. It is no longer a rumor, it is the truth. Betty was unwell since last week. She was diagnosed with acute mild cancer, that is leukemia. But she was suffering from excess bleeding. The doctors tried to do their best. First, she was taken to ADR in Tamburo. She was later transferred here on Friday. The doctors have tried their best, but the will of God has prevailed.
May her soul rest in peace. Now, the rising waters in Lake Naivasha look far from over, and the waters are not sparing anything from estates, farms, and major government infrastructure. The latest casualties are the multi-million Wildlife Research and Training Institute Wetland Research Center and hippo camps, which have been flooded, completely paralyzing operations.
So we are at the Wildlife Research and Training Institute, the Wetland and Inland Water Center that we have just closed because of the rising water level of Lake Naivasha. This center is the center that coordinates wildlife research on those species that are on wetlands and inland water across the country. And we have to close the center because, as you can see, the rising water levels has made all the infrastructure, all our experimental plots on wildlife research and the training swimming ponds have all gone underwater. The water has risen to levels that we've never seen before.
Lake Abaya all the way to Lake Turkana, you come down to Lake Olbolosot, you come to Lake Baringo, Lake Bogoria, you come to Lake Nakuru, Lake Naivasha. And if you look at the meteorological explanation that it is the increasing rainfall, it defeats the explanation how all these areas, different ecological zones, could have the same levels of rainfall. If you look at it, it's moving at around 30 meters per month. If you look at, we have been observing it from August up to now, we have seen it steadily expanding at a rate of 30 meters per month. And if you see how it is moving, it is not like a flood water. Where you are standing, you see both sides is flooded. And if it was rainwater, we could be having flooding here. But what it does, it seeps underground and softens it. And then if you look closely, you'll see it's like springing. So this phenomenon, it's a geological and mixed with the Rift Valley geological movements. Other studies that have also looked at the geochemical have also tested the isotopes, have detected the water that actually is not current water. That means water that has actually come from the deep ground, which also signifies that there is some
Former Botswana President Dr. Kama Ian has castigated some African presidents whom he said have forced themselves into leadership, terming President Samia Suluhu's presidency as illegitimate. Kama spoke during the second anniversary of Pan-Africanism in Lukenya University in Makueni County.
There is truly a wind of change sweeping across our continent. This wind is the latest expression of Pan-Africanism, I dare say. The wave of Gen Z-led protests across Africa against bad governance, against corruption, impunity, lack of transparency, electoral fraud, and rising living costs is a powerful testament to a new generation rising. This is Pan-Africanism in action, an awakening that must be recognized and supported. African leaders must stop treating protesters as criminals. In the case of Kenya, in the case of my own country, senior counsel went out there, PLO, next to community maximum prison, to enter and defend young Kenyans who are charged under the Prevention of Terrorism Act, that your own children were even seen as terrorists. When you have a country with millions of people, for any leader to think they are the only ones who can be presidents is pathetic. And therefore, and my apology to those who may come from Tanzania, but I'm mentioning this because they are your neighbor, that the recent election and what transpires, the killings around that election, I for one do not recognize the person who was inaugurated as the president of Canada. She is an illegitimate president. But the sad story does not stop there. The sad story does not stop there. Recently, we saw another inauguration of a 90-something-year-old president in Cameroon. 90-something years old, who can hardly walk, but still wants to be president. We have seen in countries like Ivory Coast, and they're not the only ones, where when an opposition leader shows that they are going to be able to put up a credible challenge against an incumbent, suddenly they are charged with some crime or the other. Their parties are banned for one reason or the other, just so that an incumbent can remain in power. That is not the Africa that we want.
Kenol Town, one of the fastest growing urban centers in Maragua constituency, Murang'a County, has in recent years witnessed a rapid increase in population. The growth has in turn stretched existing social amenities, especially public schools, many of which are now congested due to high number of learners.
Tunatoa shukurani zetu juu hata area yenyewe kwenye shule iko imekuwa vizuri sana. In fact, kwa hiyo miaka mitatu minne tano imeisha, hata bei ya mashamba karibu na shule imeenda juu sana. Na hata tunashukuru vile mbunge wetu ameweza kupata shamba zaidi ya kupanua shule. Kwa hivyo hata watoto wenye sasa wanaenda kufanya grade 6 soon wataendelea na junior secondary school, na tunaomba ikiwezekana hata senior secondary school tujengewe hapo.
Tunatarajia mwaka mwingine tutakuwa na watoto, sababu shule yenyewe imefikia kiwango ya grade 5. Mwaka mwingine tunaingia grade 6, na tunasema asante sana, sababu saa hii tulikuwa na contractor ambaye amepatiwa darasa ajenge ili mwaka mwingine tuko na grade 6.
Hii shule ya Kamakuri nimesaidia watoto sana, juu wengine walikuwa wanaenda huko Kimorori, wengine walikuwa wanaenda huko Kagaa, lakini kwa saa hii wamegawanyika, wengine wakaenda huko wakatafutia walimu na huyu mheshimiwa wetu wa maua. Wengine wanasomea Kimorori, sasa hawaendi bali sana na hawachoki. Hata maji walikuwa wanabeba maji, mheshimiwa akachimba maboreholes. Sasa hata watu wa kijiji hapo wamesaidika sana.
Tulikuwa tunataka kuwapatia the title deeds ya mashamba yenye tumewanunulia kama NGCDF Maragwa kutokana na shule ambao tulianza juzi kama Kori Primary School ambao saa hii tunaenda grade 6 na inaenda na double stream, na watoto walikuwa wanaenda safari mrefu ndio wafikie Kagaa Primary School. Ile shamba tumeongeza juzi yenye tumepeana title yake ni 3.8 million. Kwa hivyo sasa hao watoto wako na almost 3 acres yenye sasa kuna area ya kujenga madarasa, kujenga maofisi na pia kupata kiwanja ya watoto kuchezea.
That report brings us to the end of our 4 p.m. briefs. Many thanks for staying with us. I'll see you again at 9 p.m. My name is Daisy Paul, and for now, I'm wishing you a good evening.